A very, very, very warm welcome to our very first remote Stockland Green assembly. I could not be on this assembly because I need you to know that I am missing my normal life tremendously. I'm missing all of you, I'm missing the staff, I'm even missing all of those little things that would irritate me of having to tuck shirts in, take trainers off, all of those things, because actually I'm here in the hall with Mr. McCarthy. Mrs. Lee is remotely in her house, going to be part of our assembly today. And actually, school is just such an empty place because our school, our Stockland Green family, is all about the people. So this, for me, is just an awful time where I'm not with my extended family. So from me, I hope that you're well. I hope that you are safe. Thank you to all of your teachers that are really trying so hard to provide you with some resources and opportunities that you can work on at home. But above all, please enjoy this time. Enjoy your time with your family. Enjoy engaging in our resources. And actually, there's going to be some really fun things that come out on a regular basis that continue to demonstrate our values and ethos that we hold dear at Stockland Green School. So enjoy the Easter break, because we are going to be on a break for 2 weeks, and we will see you back online on the 20th of March. Over to Mrs. Lee.
Hello everybody, it's so lovely to see familiar faces. It's lovely to see Mr. McCarthy and Mrs. George, and I completely echo everything that she said. We are missing you terribly, and school is a very different building without all of you being there. I think at the moment, if we think back to September, at no point could we have imagined that we would be in this situation now. Something I think our school are really good at is talking about well-being. Never before has our well-being been more important than it is now. Not just our physical well-being and staying healthy, but our mental well-being as well. There's lots of talk at the moment with social distancing of there being a potential for people to feel quite lonely or for people to feel quite isolated. And I think social media is being used a lot more in a positive way to help people to stay connected. Social media for our school is the driving force behind our communication with you. It's helping us to share amazing work that you are completing and sending in. It's helping us to celebrate your effort and all the wonderful things that you are achieving in this time. B2A, their Twitter account, are supporting and sending out tips for wellbeing, things that you can do to help stay calm, to reduce your anxiety. The house Twitter account is sending out competitions, things that you can get involved in, things that you can earn house points for your house. Faculties are sending out their challenges, and really fun challenges as well, things that you can really do as a family at home. So my message to you is going to be to make the most of staying connected with us. If you're on Instagram, please follow the school Instagram accounts. There will be some information that comes out to you, so you know what all of those accounts are so that you can follow. If you or your families are on Twitter, virtually every single faculty in every area of our school has their own Twitter account. So please make sure you're following those as well. And please make sure that you're engaging with us and actually sending information into us so that we can then share with you. What's really, really important in this time is talking and thinking about what we are grateful for. So before handing over to Mr. McCarthy, I'm just going to share something that I've realised I'm grateful for. In staying at home and being with my family, I am very, very grateful for spending extra quality time with my little girl. It's been lovely to play with her, to do some homeschooling with her, to run around the garden with her, and it's time that I never thought I'd have. So that's something that I'm really, really grateful for. I'm now going to hand over to Mr. McCarthy in the school hall.
Thank you, Mrs. Lee. So I'm actually also really grateful for the time with my family, and something that's really been a point of pride to me is, obviously as the dad, I'm usually second best. Now, this week, my youngest daughter has started shouting daddy when she wakes up instead of mummy. And so I finally managed to knock my wife off the perch as number one in the house. So I'm pretty pleased about that. But also, I've realised over the course of this week how grateful I am for my students, because I really do miss those interactions with students. But even in this time, I've been impressed by the work ethic of some students, by the sort of care and attention that some students have paid to their peers in helping them to submit work and sort of helping them with work. And also, I've got the chance to appreciate the students in a different way because of interactions we've had via Microsoft Teams or email, where I've really got to see sort of the side of their character that perhaps can't be presented in a lesson. And I think that's been really, really nice to get to know each other as human beings, as well as in a student and teacher relationship. So I'm just going to hand back to Mrs. Lee now for a little bit of extra information for you guys about the coming weeks.
So over the next few weeks, via our social media, via our school website, we're going to be sharing lots more information with you. Our assembly each week is going to be a running theme, and you're going to have the chance to see different members of staff, different teachers talking to you and sharing information about what they are grateful for. And that's your challenge that we want to pose to you over the Easter break. We would like you to send in to us, whether it's via Instagram, Twitter, whether you email it in to one of us. We'd like to hear about things that you are grateful for. What have you had the chance?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Or video submissions if you wish.
Or videos or pictures or anything that you would like to share, to show what you're grateful for, what you're thankful for, opportunities that you're having not being in school, which are allowing you to do lots of things that maybe you wouldn't ordinarily have done. So whether it's a picture, video, a message, please get in touch with us. We want as many students as possible to reflect and to think, actually, what am I really grateful for? Because while it's a very challenging situation, there are some positives to be gleaned from this, and that's what we really need to focus on. I think we can all agree that actually focusing on the positives is going to help to get us through this, and again remembering that we may never have this opportunity to be at home with our families, possibly again. So what are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? What are you enjoying? How are you spending your time? Get that information into us so that our first assembly back after Easter is all about you. Over to Mr. McCarthy.
So, yeah, I suppose very much the theme of today has been that every cloud has a silver lining. And I would echo what Mrs. Lee has said in terms of you have more opportunity to pursue your creative life, your imaginative life, to pursue your interests than you probably will ever have for a good long time. And it got me to thinking, actually, some remarkable endeavours have been completed in similar circumstances. So, for instance, it's a well-known sort of fact on the internet at the moment that Shakespeare wrote King Lear, widely considered to be one of his best plays, during a quarantine for the plague. Equally, Isaac Newton was quarantined for plague when he discovered some form of calculus, I'm sure Miss Javaheri can correct me on this, that led to him being able to formulate his ideas about gravity. And it also got me thinking about another person who was famously sort of isolated for a long time, and that person was Anne Frank. Now, often we can interpret what happened to Anne Frank as sort of a source of tremendous sadness and part of sort of the wider crimes of the Nazis. But even in those dark times, Anne Frank was able to see the positive. And I think I found some really inspiring words from her this week that I'm just going to share with you now for kind of my final thought. Everyone has inside him a piece of good news. The good news is that you don't know how great you can be, how much you can love, what you can accomplish, and what your potential is. It's in difficult times like these that ideals, dreams, and cherished hopes rise within us, only to be crushed by grim reality. It's a wonder I haven't abandoned all my ideals. They seem so absurd and impractical, yet I cling to them because I still believe, in spite of everything, that people are truly good at heart. I don't think of all the misery, but of all the beauty that still remains, and whoever is happy will make others happy too. Okay, until next time, take care and stay safe. Goodbye.